This video, I'm going to show you how to write personal statement or statement of purpose for your undergraduate, postgraduate, and some job applications that would require you to write a personal statement. If this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Emmanuel, and I'm on a mission to assist you to realize your full potential through academic scholarships, job opportunities abroad, and as well as to impact lives through charity projects. Stay with me to the end of this video and let's explore all about personal statements, why it is considered one of the most important elements when it comes to your applications, the things to include when writing your personal statement, as well as the things to avoid. Personal statement is a brief personal summary that is submitted during your university applications or given to a prospective employer to help you stand apart from the competition. Whereas the statement of purpose, sometimes referred to as the research statement or a letter of intent, is written to the admission panel and talks about your interest and career path, professional contributions, your goals, and the driving force or the reasons why you are pursuing a particular program. You should know that these two may be used interchangeably. Some universities may prefer to use personal statements, others may prefer to use statements of purpose. Sometimes an application may require you to submit both your personal statements and your statement of purpose. Now let's look at some of the things to include when you are writing your personal statement or your statement of purpose. With your personal statement, this is time for you to look back and reflect on your life experiences. What has inspired or motivated you to apply for this particular program you're applying for? Your struggles and your achievements. What personal skills or character traits that you have which has helped you to overcome some of the struggles that you went through. Normally it's between 500 to 700 words, but you should be mindful of the instructions that would be given to you during your application process. Some schools will specifically tell you the word count for you to stay within. Whilst your personal statement is giving you the opportunity to look back on your life experiences and your achievements, statement of purpose is giving you the opportunity not to only look back, giving you the opportunity to talk about your academic and your professional background, as well as some research experience you've gathered through your education and where you see yourself in the couple of years ahead of you. That is your goals going forward. Statement of purpose can be written up to and above 1,000 words. However, you should be mindful of the word counts that will be given to you during the advertisement of the application you are making. In cases where you have not been asked to submit both your statement of purpose and your personal statement, this is how best you can structure your statement of purpose. Starting with the introduction. Your introduction should make a good impression about you so that the reader will continue to have interest in reading throughout your personal statement. For example, you can talk about current or recent incidents globally, such as the emergence of pandemics, destroying lives and affecting every aspect of life, and its influence on an identified challenge that you think it should be looked at. You then have to state the course you are applying for at the university, not forgetting the faculty and the school in which this course can be found. Next is your academic and professional interest. You should include if you are interested in marketing, if you are interested in engineering, if you are interested in global healthcare management. You can now talk about your motivation for your application. Is it that you want to advance your career in academia? Or is it that you want to improve your research skills? Or you'd want to broaden your knowledge in a particular field of study? Or is it to contribute your knowledge to influence policies and decision making? Now, on how to relate your academic work and personal experiences to the course you are applying for. You can mention something that has happened during your practice, a personal life experience that you think has motivated you or sparked your interest in pursuing this program. Or let's say you attended a conference or a workshop and something was mentioned that you find interesting and therefore you want to explore further through this course. Now it is time for you to talk about why you've selected that course the department, and the university. Here you can mention some particular modules in the course that interest you, or let's say you've read an article of one professor at the university and you think that professor's research interest aligns with yours, and that's the reason why you are selecting that particular school. You can also talk about the achievements of the university as well as their QS ranking scores. QS ranking is basically where universities in the whole world are being ranked, or is there some particular resources they have available at the university? These are some of the things you can mention. Finally, it's time for you to mention how you meet the admission requirements. According to the requirements, were you supposed to have a bachelor's degree? Were you supposed to have some level of work experience? Or what about your English language requirements? Are you supposed to have a band 7 in your IELTS? Or will an English language proficiency letter from your university be accepted? Or do they only require your West African examination certificate to prove your English language proficiency? Now, don't forget to also mention about your goals, what skills you want to develop, and how this course is going to help prepare you for the future you envision for yourself. If you are getting value so far, kindly give me a thumbs up by pressing on the like button. Finally, let's look at some things to avoid when writing your statement of purpose or your personal statement. Try and avoid vague statements. This is an example of a vague statement. I have always wanted to come to your university. I want a better job. Make sure you do not include any of such statements. Be clear and concise. Also, avoid repeating information. This is not when you have to go back to explain to them all the marks you got during your undergraduate studies, because you have already submitted your transcripts. Writing more than the word count is a big turn-off. Make sure you stay within the word count that has been given to you. If you are not sure of the word count, make sure you stay within 500 to 1000 words. Once you've written your first personal statement or your statement of purpose, you will be tempted to use that generic statement to submit to every university you apply for. Do not be tempted to do that. You must tailor the statement of purpose for specific course and specific university. Also, avoid using informal language such as abbreviations, idioms, short sentences that we use on our normal social media chats. Finally, make sure you correct most of your grammatical mistakes and spelling errors. You can do this by proofreading or by giving it to someone you can trust to read through for you. Or you can use one of the English language tools I normally use, which is Grammarly. Just the free version would help to correct most mistakes you would commit when it comes to writing any academic piece. You can always reach out to me on any of my social media handles and ask any question that you have. I promise to get back to you as soon as possible. Kindly subscribe and press on the notification bell so that you'll get notified whenever I drop a new video.